Well, what do we have next on the review docket? I already did Kingdom Hearts 1, already uploaded that video. I did Prince of Persia, probably not going to do that anytime soon. I guess all that's left is Kingdom Hearts RE Chain of Memories. This is not going to end well. Hello everybody, I'm Zenith and welcome back to the Kingdom Hearts Final Mix live stream. Although we're not doing Kingdom Hearts 1 anymore, we have finally 100% completed the game last stream, and so we're going to go on to Kingdom Hearts RE Chain of Memories next, the PS4 re-release of Chain of Memories. Like, this is a weird franchise in the fact that this is a game that started on Game Boy Advance. It went from PS2 to Game Boy Advance for some reason. And then, for some reason, they decided a few years later, oh, we should have done that on PS2. So they re-released it on PS2. And so we had the RE Chain of Memories. But then we also had the PS3 remake, which updated the graphics, and then we had the PS4 re-release, which updated the graphics even more. This is the one that we're playing, mostly because I tried the Game Boy Advance version. It's hard to play on my screen. The older technology wasn't working for me, and I guess I could emulate it, but you know what? I would much rather just play and stream through the most recent version because the controls are way better in this version. And I've been playing on PS3 for quite a while. I've beat the game on PS3 recently. Like, I beat it on regular mode Riku, because Riku has his story mode, and then I beat Proud mode recently. So now I'm going to have to go through Riku's story on Proud next. But for the purposes of this stream, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be playing through the Proud mode from the very beginning. I'm not going for 100%. It just takes forever. I will eventually stream the 100%, but in order for me to not get stuck on this game for 5 years, we're going to go through this once, and then we'll come back to it. With that being said, by completing and 100%ing the game, we get extras in the main menu. Basically, for completing the original Kingdom Hearts 1, all that other stuff that we did, in addition to the cutscene, the PS4 and PS3 versions have themes that you unlock. So, I'm going to go down to the extras. Yeah, we unlocked the Kingdom Hearts 1 theme for our PS4. So I'm just going to install that.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that at NY Boston on
it's a really cool theme. Oh, this is weird. You have to download it from the PlayStation Store. This is not present in the PS3 version. It just installs it. Like, you can choose whether or not to install it. That's weird.
Wow.
PS4, guys. Then again, the PS4 layout
the
is very different. So yeah, this is the Kingdom Hearts Final Mix theme, and it's installed. So let's go back. Close application. Okay. Okay. Now let's install it. Kitty, what are you doing? What are you doing? We're gonna apply the theme, and as we go down the line, I'm going to install each theme that we earn to showcase that we are truly Kingdom Hearts players. This is the theme that I originally had on my PS3. It's really, really nice. It plays the Kingdom Hearts menu sounds as you go through the menu. I really like the background element. It basically looks like the case of Kingdom Hearts. Okay, kitty, get down. There we go.
Just the noise itself going through the
like,
menus is so
it
satisfying.
Looks like he is part of the cast.
Yes, part of the cast. Anyway, so you got a theme for 100%ing each game. Normally that's for each Jiminy journal, but I got the theme just by completing Kingdom Hearts RE Chain of Memories on PS3, so I'm fine with that. We're going to get this done. So without further ado, now that we have the theme up and running, we're in the mood for our good Kingdom Hearts time. We're going to play Kingdom Hearts RE Chain of Memories. Yeah, I'm still streaming RE. I slept a lot today. I was basically like gearing up for a big mega stream because I haven't streamed like this in a while. I don't know why you couldn't chat. I did restart recently the chat log and everything, so I restarted everything since the last stream, so that might have helped. And I'm gonna be streaming possibly like a good 3-4 hours. However long people are up, because like I don't got anything to do. The only other thing I'm gonna be doing is editing, well, not editing, like editing the last streams for YouTube, and I can't do that while streaming. And then I'm also going to like record some stuff. But yeah, 3 to 4 hours more. I'm gonna get in that stream cred. I gotta get that path to partner. You know, I gotta build that Twitch. The Twitch cred.
And then, of course, afterwards, E3, more E3, Xbox, Bethesda. What else is tomorrow?
Evolve Digital.
Yeah.
So I only care about one of those.
Wait, who? You can't make it for Bethesda or Devolver, can you, Zen?
Why? I don't have work till Monday night at 11 p.m.
Oh, for some reason I thought you told me you couldn't make it to Bethesda and Devolver.
That's because I thought it was on the 12th. I looked something up and it said it was like on the 12th or something.
Okay, so which ones aren't you going to be able to join us for?
I don't think I'm going to have to miss anything else, but I do have to be at a recording tomorrow for Dub Talk, but that's about it.
Oh. Sorry, for some reason I thought you said you couldn't make it to Bethesda, Devolver, and Sony's.
Oh.
Alright.
Alright, so almost home, so hopefully you'll be able to hop in the voice chat. Alright, sweet. So we're going to be starting up RE Chain of Memories. Just taking a look at the stream layout. Yeah, that looks pretty good, actually. Like, it blocks some of the menu, but
I have this crazy idea. How about you make your notification animations part of the avatars in the bottom corner, like they like speech bubbles coming out of their face, or like cheering, or like a big smile on their face.
I definitely need to do that. Like, that would be really cool.
Like jumping up and down, like yay, like bouncing.
If you work with me, we can figure out a way to do that, because as of right now, like, I don't get a lot of notifications, so we'll have to work for that. But anyway, we're going to start on Proud Mode, because, like, I want to get the Proud Mode out of the way. I'm not sure how this works, because here's the thing. On the PS3 version of Kingdom Hearts 1, the difficulty trophies did not stack, meaning you had to play the game. I played the game 4 different times to get all the different difficulty trophies and everything else. PS4, it did. PS3 Chain of Memories, the difficulty trophies didn't stack, meaning you had to play the game 6 times.
Ugh.
One for each character. Like Proud Mode, Sora, stuff like that. But I'm going to start in Proud Mode because it might stack. If it does, that'll eliminate a lot of issues for when we return to this game in the future. So we're going to start in Proud. It's not that much harder. Like, Proud Mode is pretty standard, honestly. I actually managed to do Proud Mode on with a lower level than I did on normal.
There's no gummy ship missions in this game, right?
Yes, there's none. Hey, Jim, how's it going? There's no gummy ship, but there's something almost as bad. And that is the cards. Thankfully, we're not doing that immediately. We're gonna have to get through it, but basically, getting all 100% of the cards is pretty bad. I'm doing good, Jim. We just got through the EA conference, but yeah, that was a thing. That was a thing.
We don't talk about the dark times.
But yeah, like, so for Kingdom Hearts RE Chain of Memories, they reuse Simple and Clean, and they basically recap what happened in the original game in these opening scenes. Very briefly, like, they do a good job showcasing it, but honestly, like, I much prefer the animation of the original Simple and Clean opening from 1, because this is just, it's taking scenes that we've already seen and put it in here. It's like, hey, remember this? You're gonna do it all over again.
Gotta love a montage.
And yes, Jim, Sea of Solitude looks great. That was like that and Unravel 2 were the only 2 things I cared about.
Mm-hmm. I think you can say the only 2 things you cared about were the actual games that were shown.
We didn't see a lot of games. Games. I love how they really blast through this ending, like, oh yeah, and this happened, like, Sharon Bog, Ansem, the world, like, ending, like, what? We're gonna just go through it, like, cycle through it really, really damn quick.
Yeah, just think if this is your first Kingdom Hearts game and you're trying to get into it, seeing all of this fly by, and you're like, what the hell's going on? Well,
the ending of Kingdom Hearts 1 is pretty cray. But yeah, when you enter the final rest, you enter a world of light, and the door to darkness has to be sealed. So you end up in the world of light, walking on the road, and the world of darkness is where Riku and King Mickey end up. Granted, there's other ways to get in and out of the realm of darkness, but Sora's trying to find a way out of the realm of light, and that's where we are starting here. Yeah, there is something wrong when Twitter is silent day one. I didn't see any news, which I was hoping for because I missed it.
All Twitter users died of boredom.
So, for some reason, Pluto's there. We're gonna be running down the road to try to catch him, and because he has a letter from King Mickey. But before we can find out what was in the letter, I don't think we ever do find out what was in the letter. We get the opening. The news there was to share. They talked a little bit about Anthem. They talked a little bit about Star Wars that involves Jedis, set between episode 3 and 4, and
Battlefield V.
Yeah, I don't care about that. Unravel and Sea of Solitude. Those were like the news. Now, this cloaked figure here that's leading us toward a castle in the distance is Marluxia, or Marluxia as I called him back in the day, because that's how it should be pronounced, but because you can pronounce X so many different ways, like, because Vexen, like, that's clearly an X, but there's also Xion, and like that you can pronounce it a certain way, or it can be pronounced key. The character X can be pronounced key. So, yeah. But anyway, it's Marluxia. Marluxia is the pretty boy. Why is there a Funko Pop doll in that birdcage? What are you talking about?
What birdcage?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, from the cutscene. That's just Nominee's plush toys. Yeah, the blonde girl is Nominee. We're gonna get more info on her later. But the thing is, if you played 2 without the context of this game, you'll be completely lost, because Nominee is explained. Organization 13 is like really brought up and hinted at. They don't do a lot of explaining, but that's what 2 is for. And I think if they marketed this as Kingdom Hearts 2, we would have understood. But then again, the battle system's different, and it was on a different system at the time, so they didn't want to tout a game as a main entry if it was like that. So like, this is considered a side game, but it is a main game. And so yeah, they're all in here. They think King Mickey's gonna be here, which he kind of is, but I don't know. Like, at this point, basically, once you enter this castle, everything you think you know, you should question.
Our very best friends. They're here.
Guess great minds think alike.
Wait, hey, hold on. It can't be just a coincidence.
Hold on, Timothy. You don't mean that.
Yep, I had it too. I had the exact same feeling.
Maybe it's contagious. Goofy, what? That doesn't make sense. Goofy, go back to your guard duty.
All right.
Where are you going?
That way. To the door. Are you scared?
I love how cocky Sora is in this. He's just like, what, are you scared? Come on. It's just an evil castle.
Hey, fellers, shouldn't we shut the door behind us before
Wait,
we go?
Isaac, they just announced when Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out?
Yep, it was just posted in Discord.
God, alright, I
You wanna
gotta...
know?
That's it.
I can tell you.
I'm pausing it now. Tell me, when is it coming out?
It is coming out on Xbox One and PS4 on January 29th, 2019. That is on the official Twitter. It is just posted.
It was supposed to be 2018, but whatever. If it's January 2019, I'm not that mad. That gives me time to finish these games. Because
You have your deadline now.
I have my deadline. Granted, I still have like 7 more games, but we'll see what happens.
Who are you?
They never had your trust, Ari. And I love this. Once you enter the castle, all your abilities are immediately forgotten. So Donald just keeps trying to cast thunder, but he doesn't know it. But the stupid thing is, like, how does he know the word for it if he forgets how to use the magic? Like, they do explain how this works. Someone's been toying with their memories, and that's more later on. But, like, basically, when you enter Castle Oblivion, you forgot every ability and spell you knew. That's basically how they Metroided everything back to basics. But I still find it stupid that they include him saying the word thunder. Because if he knows the name of the spell, shouldn't he know how to cast it?
I guess it's kind of like an RPG where he kind of loses the experience that he had.
Yeah.
Use the magic.
I mean, they had to bring him back to level 1, but yeah.
You mean Riku's here?
If what you want is to find him.
And I use the power of flowers. Because I, Marluxia, am the prettiest of all evil people. Seriously, he has pink hair. He gives me a run for my prettiness.
What'd you do?
I merely sampled your
And so basically he samples your memories
I made this.
and he turns them into a card, or he says he does. We'll get a bit more explanation later, but essentially the worlds in Kingdom Hearts RE Chain of Memories are created from your memories. What that means is that every single world from Kingdom Hearts 1 is represented, with the exception of Tarzan, because the estate of Edgar Wright Burroughs refused to give them the license again after the first game.
To claim anew only
They refuse to give up Sora's memories.
So basically that's why Tarzan is not in future games. But every other world is represented. You have 10 recurring worlds, and then you have 3 new ones. Kind of. It's Edgar Rice Burroughs. Sorry. But yeah, like you have 3 new worlds, one of which is Castle Oblivion. So there's not a lot of original worlds in this game. Tarzan is based on a novel, and the estate of Edgar Rice Burroughs owns the rights to that. And so they can only utilize certain things. Like, they only utilize from Kingdom Hearts 1. Alright, and so now we're going to Traverse Town, using a card, because it's time for card games. It's time to play a children's card game. Do you believe in the heart of the cards?
Oh, this must be the Toon World card.
This is the Toon World. Too bad there's no Dark Magician Girl in this continuity.
Damn it.
What you see isn't real. This town is an illusion created by your memories, ingrained in that card. My memories? Forget about that, Sora. We lost Donald and Goofy. God. Hi, I'm Jiminy Cricket. I'm a Southern Belle. Yeah, copyright is complicated. Like, there are obviously certain things that people can use. That's why we still have Tarzan reboots and remakes all the time. But there are certain things that they cannot use.
Thankfully, they can never take George of the Jungle from us. That is a sacred product.
George of the Jungle. I love it.
Me too. Those sweet Brendan Fraser abs.
So, Donald and Goofy have been turned into cards, so they won't help you during the battle, which is kind of good because they are, their AI in Kingdom Hearts 1 was kind of useless. Master the cards, and their strength will be yours again. Darkness.
Imprisoning me.
All that I see. The laws of this castle require that your friends be transformed into cards. If you value your friends, you won't fail to pick them up. As my voice is cracking. So basically, you have your deck of cards. You pick up a friend card that randomly appears in the middle of battle, and you can choose it, and your friend will come to your aid. Hi, Donald. Most of the time, he casts 2 spells. Half the time, they're useless, because Blizzard is useless in this game. It really is. Like, it doesn't hit anything. You have to jump and use it.
Oh, man.
The cards you use vanish, but they will reappear to aid you time and time again. Cards are the hearts of your friends. Use the heart of the cards of your friends. Like, If only there was a motorcycle. There's no motorcycles in this game, but man, card games on motorcycles, am I right?
Wait till we get to the Tron level.
Well, that's Kingdom Hearts 2, so there technically is no Tron level in this. But it would make sense. Everything in this castle is ruled by the cards. This is a card castle. Whether an enemy or a door confronts you, cards are the only way to proceed. But why, though? No, really. Why, though? Like, I understand out of universe why they wanted to do it. Card games were popular on mobile devices at the time. Like, we saw this with Metal Gear Solid, and that worked. We saw that with a few different games. But in universe, why? Why are cards used? It's never brought up because, like, obviously the memory stuff is explained, but never the cards. Why cards? What did Luxord have, like, something to do with this? Like, it doesn't make sense. But you mustn't forget your own strength. Alright, so we can jump, we can dodge roll. So that part is actually new. But then again, this is better than the Game Boy Advance version where you were trying to, like, jump and dodge roll using, like, the right and left triggers. Oh no, you shifted the cards with the R and the L buttons, and then you had, like, these small face buttons. Like, this is just... a controller is much better suited for this. So yeah, you can cycle through the cards by pressing different buttons, but yeah, use your cards. Ah, yes, tutorials. You now know how to use your strength, because you forgot everything beforehand. But it would be of no use if you lose sight of your opponent. I wonder if you can catch me. Catch me if you can. And then target. Target lock is actually kind of useless in this game. It's very hard to cycle through targets, and it's much better to do the auto lock. But the auto lock is not very reliable either. Essentially, I just kind of attack people at random and hope for the best. Every move you make causes a card to disappear. If you use up all your cards, you will be unable to act. But there is a solution. Keep using cards until you run out, and I will show you. Okay. None of this hurts you whatsoever. So yeah, you have your deck of cards, you use them up, and now you have to charge them. You have no more cards, and without them, no power. If you want that power back, you must focus. Focus, dude, focus. Bid the cards return to you, and they will. And it gets longer and longer each time. And that's the annoying thing. Like, you can't just automatically restock cards. Riku can, but not Sora. Apparently Riku's memory's better. The strength of your heart brought back the lost cards. You can recall spent cards at any time. You need only wish it. But each time you do, the cards will take longer to return. The cards are by no means unlimited. Use them wisely. Oh, but it's not unlimited power.
Or unlimited blade cards.
Anticipate the flow of battle. And choose the most effective cards. You may use any card in your deck. Well, duh. Okay. So L1 is cycle, right? Yeah, cycle, L1 and R1. Very simple. The 4 card types you use in battle are grouped into 2 wider categories. The first category includes attack cards, magic cards, and item cards, which we'll be using a lot. Second category consists entirely of enemy cards, which I rarely use. They're actually not very useful. Like, they have functions, but, like, I prefer slights. So to use cards from a different category, click the touchpad, and I can use the shadow. Cards will empower you whether you're attacking or defending, but it is up to you to decide when to attack and when to defend. Do not forget that. Oh, hi, Donald and Goofy. They're just there. So yeah, they have no memory of being turned into cards. They're just there. And Jiminy says that he has to keep his journal up to date. We'll get to that, because there's something stupid with it. Oh, by the way, Donald and Goofy are in their new clothes. Because, why not? They're randomly there. But, if you recall, they changed clothes randomly.
Yeah. When they found the letter, what the hell?
We redesigned them, but we forgot to explain in-universe how this happened.
And Donald, where are your pants?
Donald, put on some pants, man! What do your nephews think? Uncle Scrooge is gonna be so pissed. Somebody's been messing with our clothes. Best out-of-contact quote. That is for you to ponder. They don't even explain it. They're just like, yeah, we don't even know.
Nomura!
Like, obviously, like, there are some things that you have to explain away. You don't really have to explain away the clothes thing. That's just a little nitpick. But even still, Nomura doesn't like to explain a lot of the gameplay aspects in the universe. Alright, and from here, it's just Sora, and you use cards, and you have friends and such.
Cards with friends.
Yes, use your friends who can turn into cards. Except inside Castle Oblivion sections, it's weird. You want me to go alone? Fine. I can take care of myself. The hero speaks boldly. Go then. The rest of Castle Oblivion awaits. And as Johnny said in his review, like, that should be a turn-off right there. You should be like, oh, Castle Oblivion? Fuck no, we're going. Like, seriously, would you stay at a hotel with a name like this?
That's better than the Bates Motel.
Walk the avenues of latent memory, and you shall meet someone dear to you. Lies. It's always lies with you. I've got a bad feeling about this. How hard can it be to figure out these cards? Well, not too hard. Unless you're the average, player who is used to the combat from the original game. Alright. So now we have the setup for each world. Each world is divided into grid-based rooms that you can all switch and change based on cards. Stop with the tutorial, I get it already. Yes, I can hit a barrel. I get it, it's a barrel of laughs. And you get cards in items that you destroy. Marked objects can be lifted and thrown. I honestly don't do this very often, but it can be used to strike enemies, to stun them, And it's a move. It's a thing. You can do it. But let me pull up my map. Alright, not the share button. I want my map. I guess I can't pull it up later. But, yeah, throughout each room, there's basically a square grid where everything is. Inside the room, you can get different cards. You can get Moogle points to spend on other cards at the store. You can get health balls, you know, general stuff. But the thing is, there's a bunch of doors in this grid-shaped room. These doors can be changed into any room you wish using cards, which is pretty nice. You know, you can pick which card you want, and you can choose your rooms at your leisure. The problem is that this gives no structure to the layout of this world, where everything starts to feel very samey, and you'll start to understand in a little bit what I mean by that.
So in a game where we're revisiting worlds, we're gonna get a sense of deja vu. Got it.
Yeah, like, honestly, there's not many original worlds in this. Aside from Twilight Town, which, like, it's interesting, but, like, there's no reason for Twilight Town to be a thing in this game, aside from to set up 2. So... So to open doors, press triangle in front of the door, and then you choose one of your map cards, and it basically transforms the room into whatever the map card represents. So obviously you have save rooms, you have Moogle rooms, you have rooms that with more attacks. You know, like there's a lot of different cards, and the cards that you choose just have to match what is on the criteria of the door in order for you to use them. But you'll be getting a lot of cards if you just grind a lot. Cards, 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 cards. Alright, so you obviously can create save rooms. Save rooms have a save point in the center where you can save your game. You often want to create save rooms because they have no enemies, and you can gather some precious Moogle points and cards just by attacking stuff in the area without worrying about enemies. And then I'm going to save. I do not have any save data yet. Okay. Now, the interesting thing about this game is kind of the save data system, because you're in order to 100% this game, you have to play through Sora's story, get the clear file, play through Riku's story, get the clear file, then go back to Sora's story and use the save file from Riku to earn all the rewards from Sora. And if you change difficulties, that's its own playthrough. I learned this late in the game that, you know, you can't just randomly pick a few a few things to do, because all your progress resets depending on the difficulty, even though they want you to use multiple playthroughs just to get through the game. Now, can I pull up my map? There we go. So here is the grid. Welcome to Tron. Each world has a grid of rooms that can be turned into different things. The ones with crowns on them can be transformed into whatever map card you have. The ones with exclamation points are special rooms. Some of them require like keys to open the doors that you'll get from story events, which will lead to a brief recreation of the world from Kingdom Hearts 1. So it's basically a retread of Kingdom Hearts 1. There's also exclamation point rooms that have key to rewards on them, and what that is, they have special cards that you can only get behind those doors, but you don't get those for a while. They're rare drop.
Okay.
Now, as you go through the worlds, there we go, Ace Striker trophy. You basically just want to grind as many Heartless as possible, get as many cards as possible, and get a deck that can beat the bosses, because your decks are the most important thing. You want to make sure you have cards with a value that are strong enough to fight your opponents, which isn't always easy when even in Wonderland you have characters that can break your cards. Card breaks are basically, each card has a number value on them, and if your card is lower, then your card will break. 0 cards beat any card, but they can be easily destroyed, whereas regular cards are based on value. So in the beginning, it's just kind of hard because you don't have a lot of high value cards. These guys can break your cards so very easily, to the point where it starts to become annoying to fight these groups of enemies. And it's not until the second world, when you've actually leveled up a bit, that things become a little bit easier. Simply because you don't have weak-ass cards that your enemies can just destroy because they're that strong for some reason. This is the thing that kind of pisses me off about the game, is the fact that they do clearly have a balancing system in place, but it's arbitrarily designed based on the world, and each world, everyone just jumps up in difficulty. Alright, I'm gonna create a slate. Each level you get to choose if you want more HP, CP, which is card points, or a slate, which is a combination of cards that is super powerful and breaks the game in half once you have the right ones. But yeah, if you go to different floors of this castle, it is very much the level gap is so big that you're gonna want to spend a lot of time leveling up in the beginning of the game. But guess what? That makes you overpowered to the point where you can pretty much destroy anything in your path. The balance is it's all over the map. And another thing, you get enemy cards by defeating enemies, but it doesn't work like it should. It's not random depending on, the enemy's sets you defeat in battle. No. You get a percentage drop rate from the last enemy you defeat in a battle. So, it's a very low drop rate already. You have a certain set of enemies per world. The last enemy you defeat has a rare chance of dropping that card. So it's a chance within a chance. The drop rate has just lowered. And that's if you hit the right enemy as the last enemy. And if you're going for 100%, like I did in my regular playthrough, and that's gonna take a while. I haven't even started going for all of the cards yet, because some of these enemy drops are just ridiculous. I don't know anything about extra credits, Jim. I don't really pay attention to that stuff.
No, I didn't. I used to watch extra credits.
Yeah, I don't watch extra credits. There's a certain shows that I watch, and there's certain shows that I don't watch, and that's kind of what I stick to. As you go through the battles, friend cards will randomly appear, and you can use them whenever you want. And it's actually pretty useful to use friend cards in slights. Slights are very simple. You press triangle to move one 3-card set to the top of the screen. Basically, if I put 1 up to the top of the screen, 2, 3, I can then use this combination. That uses the entire card values as your card values. So say I had a 7, 7, 7. So that's the card value would be 21, which means that it would be a high enough value that no other card can destroy it. Now, the problem is the first card in a slight you can't use for the rest of the battle unless you have a special item. So it's best to use friend cards as slight cards. And at first, like, your slights won't do anything because you have to actually learn them in battle. But as you go forth, like, once you get Sonic Blade, the game breaks in half. Like, you basically just need 3 cards, 7 or below, that add up to a certain amount. So they have to be all different Keyblades, but then you can use the Sonic Blade skill, and it wrecks enemies. And then later in the game, if you have the right planning for your cards, you get, like, elixirs to replenish any card, even if you use them in a slight. You get, like, mega elixirs and all this other stuff. But none of that is in Traverse Town, which means the first few hours of the game are kind of bland.
Okay. Jim, fine. I've looked it up. Fine. Yeah.
I don't care about no internet drama. Sorry.
Yeah. It's an internet drama-free place, correct?
This is a fun place. This is supposed to be a fun time.
We're having fun. This is supposed to be happy.
I'm having fun. Big Zam. And so yeah, we need a special key for certain doors. This door is going to lead us again to a very brief recreation of what happened in Traverse Town, albeit because Sora's memory sucks. Sometimes things are different. It's weird. It's like sometimes they recreate everything, sometimes they don't. And of course, Donald doesn't know what's going on. Yuck. And of course, Pluto's there because he is. They never explain Pluto's presence in this area, and he's another card that you can use as a friend card. But he's just kind of there. It's like, hi, I'm Pluto. And I don't know, like, does Pluto have powers to go to other worlds? Like, how does he get from world to world? What?
I just want to pat him on the head. He's a good boy.
Pluto is a good boy. He's not a planet, but he is a good boy. According to my journal, it was before you met Sora that you came to town with Pluto. Yeah, they're starting to forget stuff because you'll see, but basically they can't remember stuff that happened before they enter Castle Oblivion, which is a problem considering that's, important stuff. You want to know what you're doing.
Well, it's a good thing they have the script, or Jiminy Cricket's journal. That's right.
Yeah, that becomes a plot point in a minute. Like, I think it's a little bit later on. But I'll wait till we get to it, because it's kind of funny, considering that we maxed out the Jiminy Journal. We 100%ed that shit in Kingdom Hearts 1. And they do something that... It makes me laugh. It should piss me off, but it makes me laugh. And Sora's just like, yeah, let's just go, defeat some Heartless. It'll be okay. You'd better be careful, or it's the Heartless that are going to defeat you. Do you think I have enough belts, Sora? Hi. The name's Leon. And I have 7 belts. And 3 belt buckles on my pants. I am way over-designed. And so, like, this Leon is a recreation from Sora's memories. The thing is, he doesn't know who Sora is, but he knows his name. It's kind of weird. And how do you know my name? Who are you? Like, he doesn't remember Sora. I've never met the likes of you before. Emo. Quit playing, Leon. We all fought the Heartless together. You know that. Look, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even know your names. So it appears like he's forgotten about us, but then he says this. I feel for you, but you got the wrong guy. Happens all the time. Don't take it so personally, Sora. So he knows your name, but he doesn't know you. And he's like, why do I know your name? This is weird. It is very weird.
Because this is basically another creation of Castle Oblivion.
Yeah, this is part of Castle Oblivion. He's recreated from Sora's memories, but as Sora's memories of these characters are starting to fade, they remember him less. And obviously he knows Goofy and Donald.
Everybody knows Goofy and Donald.
Something's
They're
wrong
trademarked.
with my memory. God damn it, if only I had a Slim Jim. And more belts. Of course, Yuffie in her short shorts. But here's the thing, like, Yuffie, obviously, you know, designed a certain way, whatnot, short shorts, whatever, just the way she was designed a certain way, but why the open belt? Sora has it too. What is it with Nomura and belts? Seriously, like, look at this picture and count the belts. Count the belts.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and Pluto's collar counts too as a belt.
Yes. That's a lot of belts. I'm just saying, maybe you should tone it down. None of you need to hold up your pants, aside from Leon, but you have far too many for that to be a thing. And then they say, oh, we should go see Aerith. Maybe she will know. And of course, Yuffie knows the name, but again, doesn't remember Sora, because memories. Total stranger, but I definitely know his name. I like how nobody is freaking out about this. How is it that you can accept this situation so easily? I don't get you. Because I'm emo. This is such a pain. And now he's going to give us more tutorial. Because of course.
Hooray.
See the numbers printed on your cards. They range from 0 to 9. Higher numbers mean stronger cards. If you and your enemy play a card at the same time, the higher card wins. Basic card game.
And then your life points start ticking down.
Wait a second, you don't have 8,000 life points, you have 4,000. Playing a card higher than your opponents and breaking through their defense is called a card break. Playing a lower card results in your attack being deflected. even powerful cards can be deflected if the enemy's card is higher. And whoever is on the losing side of a break is left wide open to attacks. Now here's the funny thing. When you have a card deck of all 9 cards, and you can make any sleight you want, nobody can touch you. Because if your card is higher, card break, they're open to attack. If they're using a sleight, you just make a sleight with 3 9s. Open to attack. The final boss doesn't even have to be near you. You use a card that has like a 9 or a 0, he won't be able to touch you. It's crazy, and granted the bosses can be aggressive, but once you get Lethal Frame, which is a slate that uses the stop card and then 2 regular attack cards, and you stack your deck with using this slate, so you just do like Lethal Frame, Lethal Frame, Lethal Frame, maybe a 0 card. You stop time, and before he can recover, you can stop time again. It's an endless loop where nobody can touch you. You can cheese bosses with sleights so easily, and there's ways around the fact that you lose the original sleight card. Because obviously you lose the first card that you use in sleight. But you can either use an elixir and a mega elixir to replenish all your card stock, or you just change all your cards to premium cards to make their value lower. They're going to be lost at the end of the turn anyway, but that means you can stock many more lethal frames, which means nothing can touch you. But that's later on in the game. You have to wait till you get to that point. So for Traverse Town, this is all just a pain. Cards with 0 as their value are special. No matter what card the enemy plays, you can break it with a 0 card. But if you play the 0 card too soon, the enemy can break it because it doesn't have any value. In other words, it's the most powerful card and useless if it comes first. So, like, I don't like to use 0 cards unless they're using a sleight, because if you don't have a high enough sleight, you can't block it, but 0 cards can just destroy sleights. That's the only really big use for them. You get a lot of friend cards that are 0s, and they're not useful because you'll have a bunch of enemies. It's only useful in boss fights.
Yeah, because I saw the first Donald card you had, it was a 0.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty useful.
It was because, like, you know, we had the right environment for it. And yes, Ari, we're still streaming for a while. We've only been going an hour. I want to at least get past the tutorial stage. You don't have to use battle cards one at a time. You can assemble 3 cards and stock them. And these are much stronger than individually, so I can stock 9, 0, and 2, which means the value will be 11. You can still come in, Ari. I don't bite, unless you want me to.
Okay.
I mean, I'm a vampire, I get it. And then that's a sleight, the sliding dash ability for using specific cards. So yeah, that's a sleight. Some of them are useless. Like, I don't use sliding dash. Some of them, like Strike Raid, stuns your opponent, so that's very useful. Sonic Blade is very useful. Lethal Frame wrecks people's shit.
Those probably are later in the game.
You get Lethal Frame at a certain level, but it's just like, by that point you have stop cards anyway, so you're just gonna wreck shit.
So, you thought Kingdom Hearts 3 was coming out in 2018, and you told me to give them a chance.
Hey, they said 2018. They haven't let me down before.
At least it's only the beginning of 2019. It could be just said 2019.
To everyone that's said, Ari, give them a chance. Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out in 2018, Ari. To that I say, who called it? Who called it? It was me, because they lost my trust. I will give them this. January 2019 isn't that bad of a pushback, but at the same time, it's still a freaking pushback.
It is a pushback. It's not a bad one, but
It's nothing serious. It's 6 months, basically.
It isn't, but at the same time, it's just like, I was right. I called it. Oh, like, fuck you, Emma.
Want a medal for that?
Yes, I would like that.
Ari,
I shall wear it with pride.
Ari,
I was right about Kingdom Hearts 3.
You need to give Peas a chance.
What if I don't want to?
Well, I don't know. I was just quoting a show.
Okay, but still, what do I don't want to?
Love.
No, peas, not peace. Peas.
If you don't take the peas, then just take the carrots.
I want peas and corn.
I feel so bad because I have no idea what you're quoting.
All that. You know, there was a lunch lady who.
Peas character.
You gotta give Peas a chance.
Was that the Nick show?
Yeah, that was Nickelodeon.
Okay, I thought so.
Back when Nick was good.
It was like a Nickelodeon kid version of SNL. It was
pretty good.
I know that like
It was
one Nick
okay.
show didn't reboot it.
It could have been way worse, honestly. And the fact that Keenan is now on SNL, like years later,
Yeah. That's like the most mind-blowing thing to me.
it's just like, well, he was on all that, so he did have experience.
That's like one of the many old Nick shows that's still on my plan to watch list. Like, I still haven't seen Rocko's Modern Life.
I wasn't allowed to as a kid. Like, my parents did not let me watch a lot of TV, and
It had a lot of dirty jokes in it for a kid's show.
Well, yeah, but like it wasn't
great.
just that. Like they wouldn't let me watch Ren and Stimpy either, but they thought TV would rot my brain. That's why.
Oh my god. There we go.
Which is why they would not let me play video games for the longest time, because they didn't want me to get involved in that. Look how I ended up.
Playing video games for money, the ultimate. Why is this a career?
People like to see me suffer, you know?
Speaking of suffering, how bad was the E3 press conference?
Yay. My soul is dying.
You watched the entire thing, right?
I always do, because
Okay,
there's
wait, who
usually...
here watched it except for me?
I think all of us did.
Oh god.
Yeah. The thing is, like, we all, like, I like to watch all the conferences regardless, because there's usually being the keyword, some game at each conference that I can latch onto. That's not exactly the case for EA this year. There's 2 games, but come on, like, their showing sucked. And they ruined Command and Conquer for me.
What is that?
Command and Conquer is a real-time strategy game where it has a really great story to it. Basically the latest game has you going back in time to stop Hitler from going into power, but you end up like making sure that the Japanese rise to power. So now you have like a Russian commander on your side, and you're fighting against the Japanese and Germany. But it's real-time strategy. It's a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite game series of all time, and they made it a mobile game.
Oh my god. Okay, A, that plot sounds like it would be right next to the dimension where Hitler cured cancer, and B, I'm not surprised, because Sims Mobile, I expected nothing, and I'm still disappointed.
At this point, I'm like almost ready to give up on EA, but the problem is they have BioWare, and I'm a fan of Dragon Age, and I'm a fan of Mass Effect, but they keep running those into the ground. So it's just like they're destroying everything I love.
Now you know how I feel when I saw the Sims franchise crumble.
I never liked The Sims, but I do feel your pain. I feel you right here.
It's just, I swore off that game. I said The Sims 4, I gave it a chance. I thought it was going to be better. And then you just betray me. So, I quit the game. I haven't played it in 10 months. I've been stuck in Sims 3 hell forever now. And then here comes the Seasons pack, and I'm just like, ooh. Oh.
Everyone betray me. I fed up with this world.
Hey, but you can be mad scientists. That would look fun.
It's a good. Oh, wait, no.
I'm
no,
mad
it's
scientist.
Not. No, it is not.
It depends which Steins Gate we're talking about.
Well, I know that in one, there's no god, but the world is still beautiful.
Alright.
Speaking of the EA, there's like a game that there's like two things I see about EA's E3 conference on my TL. One is a meme like EA at E3, please clap. The other one is about this game called Annihilation, which I never heard of before. Like, and what is that? Please explain. Anybody?
I don't think I've heard of it either.
I don't know. It looks like it could be fun, but then again, as EA, the last thing that you expect from them is fun.
Fun? You have to pay DLC for that.
Oh, bullshit. And he Plus is taking Persona 4 in October. Well, with EA's new policy, you now have to pay DLC for your DLC.
Yep. Microtransactions for microtransactions.
That's a fun little experiment that I do not feel like being a part of.
See, here's the thing. Like, people talk about Blizzard and how bad they are, but I can buy Diablo 3 on console and get everything there. You can't do that with The Sims.
You really can, but like, the thing about simulations and silly builders, because like I said this before in a stream, I'm used to paying for DLC because I play a lot of simulations and city builders, and when it comes to DLC for those games, the DLC is like optional. It's like, okay, what do you want in your game? Here you go, pick and choose, look at some reviews. So when you play a game like The Sims 3, it feels more complete with the DLC. Not all of it, because God knows my heart breaks every single time I think about how sealed copies of Katy Perry's Sweet Trees sell for $70 on eBay. Why?
Like if you cry every time.
I don't get it. But with The Sims 4, it's just a rush product with developers who are being forced to go work on the mobile game, which is another rush product. And all of the DLC for The Sims 4, you need because the game is boring. It's not like The Sims 3 where you could get at least 70 to 90 hours of gameplay with the base game alone. No, The Sims 4 is like fun for 2 weeks, and then you're praying for some more DLC. Sure, all the new stuff is like really fun and nice and shiny, but it's like 2 giant steps back. And I'm like trying to not rant and ramble here, but the thing is, the difference between The Sims 3 and 4, to put it this way, is that with The Sims 3 you got a complete package. The Sims 4 is just rush DLC that you have to pay full price for, when in reality they're worth half of that, if not less. And then the game is constantly getting patched to add new items to the DLC that you already bought, the unfinished DLC that you already bought. And then EA thought, oh, hey, The Sims is a giant moneymaker for us. Let's experiment by having the Simmers pay $10 for their DLC. I'm not cool with that. Let's have our Simmers pay $10 for bowling, a tradition in this franchise. I'm not cool with that. Let's have our Simmers pay $10 for laundry. Freaking laundry was included in previous expansion packs.
No. Hey, Kitty. Kitty.
I'm trying not to get mad, but I'm just like so freaking heartbroken. And now here comes Seasons. Seasons was like my favorite expansion pack in The Sims 3, and I'm thinking about picking up this game again and waiting for the summer sale so that the DLC, their prices can be cut. So I don't have to pay full price just so I can get Seasons, which comes out at the end of the month, and I'm just sitting here conflicted like, oh my god, why?
Welcome to the world of someone who actually likes, like, Dragon Age. Oh, hey, kitty. Hey. Everyone say hello to Chiaki.
Hi, Aki.
Chiaki's rating the stream.
Make you never feel pain.
Oh, she feels pain.
Anthem sounds horrendous. Okay. I don't get Anthem at all. Online only, no married couple party members, simplified dialogue, no romance.
Yeah.
It's very disappointing. Okay, I really gotta look into Anthem because I'm reading gems.
It's basically Destiny.
It's Destiny.
It's a
but
Destiny clone.
But
But
it's made by BioWare.
with
so
mechs.
It's got a lot of their elements in it.
and published by EA.
Yeah, like
Oh god, this is gonna be awful.
in other hands it could have been good, but the problem is BioWare have all their soul sucked out of them. And as much as I love like Dragon Age and some of these big RPGs that got touted, it's just they're not what they used to be.
Well, I heard that the last Dragon Age game was good.
Well, yeah, Inquisition, but that was before Andromeda. Like Dragon Age Inquisition was probably the last notable game that they had, and because a lot of them were pissed off people with the DLC for Mass Effect 3, then the ending, and especially the Arrival DLC for Mass Effect 2. Like for the most part, fans were against BioWare for the last few games of Mass Effect, and the only thing they're getting behind is Dragon Age Inquisition, because that seems the thing that like EA isn't messing around with, or whatever.
Wants to mess around with because Mass Effect is probably the bigger franchise.
Yeah, probably. Kitty, you're showing your butt to the internet.
Honestly, Mass Effect Andromeda makes me not want to play the Mass Effect series.
No, the Mass Effect series, from what I hear, is good. I will stream it eventually, but it's like Andromeda is a side game, but it just, you don't have to play it if you don't want to. I will.
Yeah, I heard because I asked my friend about it. He's like a huge One Piece and Mass Effect fan. And I told him the same thing, how Andromeda makes me not want to play the games. But he said that you don't have to because it's a side game, and that's like really good because the game came out horrendously isn't a good enough word.
From what I understand, a lot of it was patched out and fixed, but the damage was done.
Yeah, because I will never unsee that lip syncing and those sex animations.
I will never unsee the Ubisoft melting face. Assassin's Creed, what
that
happened
is
to
ingrained
you?
into my mind, and you just brought back Vietnam War flashbacks, so please. And now I can't unsee it. Thanks a lot.
Well,
worse.
You think that's bad? I bought every single Assassin's Creed game up until 4. I was a massive fan. And then I was in the middle of playing 4 when they released that mess, and now I'm kind of soured on Assassin's Creed as a franchise. Because it's had its ups and downs, 3 being probably the worst for me, but I still love the franchise enough to keep playing it year after year. And then they released that piece of shit, and I'm like, I'm not supporting a company who doesn't care. So it's, yeah.
So you played the new game?
Which one? I haven't played Origins.
The latest Assassin's Creed. What is it called? The one that takes place in Egypt.
Origins. I haven't played Origins.
Pretty good.
I own everything up until Syndicate, but I've only played up until Black Flag, and that's the thing. That's another thing I'm going to be streaming eventually, because I do want to do a Assassin's Creed look back. Because, dear God, that series, like, it was so good, it had so much potential, but man, did they fuck it up.
Let me host this stream real quick. So, Origins and Black Flag were the good ones?
The best games in the franchise, in my opinion, were Assassin's Creed 2.
I say the whole world must learn of our peaceful ways.
Thanks for hosting the stream, Ari.
No problem. You know I'm here. I was like, eh.
But yeah, so the best, in my opinion, were Assassin's Creed 2, which like fixed all the problems of 1, and 1 had a lot of problems. It was a good base game, but there was a lot of problems. 2 fixed all those, so 2 is one of my favorites. Brotherhood was DLC for 2, basically. It's a good game, but like it didn't feel big enough. Revelations I thought was great. 3 sucked. 4 was fantastic. And then that's where things started going downhill, because the problem with the storyline after that point, they started shopping around games to different studios. The timeline was out of order, because 4 takes place before 3 and explains what happens in 3. And the story of 3 sucks because you have no idea what happened and why all the assassins are gone. It doesn't make any sense, and I still need to play more Black Flag. I've only played 1 story mission of Black Flag because I spent most of my time on the high seas.
Okay, which one is Black Flag in the series? Is that 5 or 6 or
4?
I believe. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But they did a lot.
It was around the
side.
same time that Assassin's Creed started to lose its complete and utter shit.
Yeah, you had me like really confused because you said 4 and then Black Flag, and I thought that was like 2 different games.
4 Black
and I was,
Flag,
like,
yeah.
Thinking back to like 2012 where Black Flag was like super popular.
Well, that's the thing, like, they put out a game every single year, and it gets so confusing because you probably never heard of this one, Assassin's Creed Rogue.
Yeah, I've heard of that one.
Wasn't that the one that came out at the same time as Unity? Or was
Isn't that the one with the chick?
Yeah, but the Rogue was actually in the same timeline as Assassin's Creed 4 and Assassin's Creed 3, and Rogue was also another piece of the puzzle. So in order to play things, you have to play in reverse release order to understand the timeline. You play Assassin's Creed 4, Rogue, and then 3.
Wait, what? What? Oh, nah.
I'm so confused.
Okay.
That would actually imply me actually playing Assassin's Creed again, and I'm not playing Assassin's Creed ever again.
Yeah.
I played Assassin's Creed, but I was like player 2 at my cousin's house on his Xbox in the basement, having no idea what I was doing because Sony for life.
But yeah, the problem is too is that Assassin's Creed 3 destroyed the timeline with Desmond, the future stuff. So the past stuff doesn't matter anymore, but they kept continuing the storyline of the past stuff, and then they eventually decided. They basically eventually decided that, you know what, we're going to get rid of the storyline pretty much, and it's all going to be about the Templars running a company called Abstergo, and you're helping them test video games.
What?
That's the plot of Black Flag for the modern stuff.
Oh, looks like Wolf is here.
It's like what? The Abstergo is a game studio then?
Abstergo is now a game studio, but basically they're trying to cover up everything by having people think that the past stuff with the Templars and Assassins is just video games, while using the video games to locate secret stuff. It's like the modern stuff doesn't even matter anymore, but there actually is kind of a storyline with some of it. It's weird. I never finished Black Flag, so I can't tell you how it meshes together, but here's the thing. At the end of Assassin's Creed 3, spoilers, Desmond is killed. He sees the future, he talks to the super alien beings, and he dies. The Templars win. None of the games past 3 matter. 4 is just really, really damn fun, and the reason why I call it fantastic is because the pirate stuff. I could care less about the modern story now that they fucking destroyed their own continuity, but the pirate stuff is a lot of fun. And then after that, I didn't play.
So you're saying Abstergo is now a game studio that is actually an evil, vindictive, benevolent, global domination.
They're EA.
They're basically EA.
They're basically EA.
Thank you. Insert EA joke there.
By the way, sorry if you heard my computer. For some reason, my sound isn't coming through my headphones, so I just muted
That's
it.
alright.
Discord went off. Wolf is here.
The echoes happen all the time on this thing, especially with my stuff. I don't know. I can't figure out the distance between my speakers and my headsets. Sometimes it can pick up like nothing, and other times it can pick up the smallest sound from the other side of the bloody room.
And this is the thing.
Windows update, man. It screwed with my settings, so now I don't know what's going on.
It did it
anymore.
with mine too.
See, this is why I don't update. I refuse. I'm still on Windows 8. I refuse to update.
But you still have problems.
I only updated to Windows 10 so that I wouldn't have to pay for it, and when I did, I hated everything.
I will get Windows 10 when I build my new rig. All right, I want a brand new rig.
That sounds like a dream. Have you actually?
I'm talking.
What? Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask if you guys heard of this game called PC Builder Simulator.
Nope.
No.
Oh, this guy I watch on YouTube, Appabin, he streamed it, and I don't know if the game is free or not, but it's basically to teach people who want to get into building their own PCs or who are interested in it to to show what it looks like, and it looks really fun and is really realistic. And I hear that the game is fun just because you're virtually building your own PC, and that's what's so appealing about it. So I'm actually gonna look it up on Steam right now and see if it's free.
It's $20 on Steam.
God, I was gonna download it if it was free.
Nah.
Nope.
But I can understand the thing, because I actually had to build my father's new rig about a year or so ago, and trust me, it's exhilarating in a way. Just getting everything. It was pretty much from the ground up: motherboard, CPU, graphics card, new hard drives, everything like that.
I'm eventually going to do that, but the thing is, I want to make sure I have the funds to do so. I do need a new PC. Like, mine is holding together pretty good. I haven't had a major problem, knock on wood, since a couple playthroughs, like the Gummy Ship playthrough, right before we finished up. But like honestly, the last few playthroughs and streams have been perfect, knock on wood. So I think we're good for now.
Yeah, I want to get one of those CPUs that are like 12 core. I want to get one of those really, robust CPUs. I want to buy something that is pretty much guaranteed to last me.
Building your own PC sounds like the dream, but I want to do it when I have money. I move out because I want to mod every single game I have. And B, Itchy, I am telling my mom on you. She is a cop. I feel personally attacked. You are going to jail.
What did he do now?
It's not lost, but it's still control off the league. So you're going to prison.
What did Itchy just do?
You're going to jail.
Look in the memes.
I wish I could look in the folder.
Delete.
I can't look in the folders, but we did have. I had a very cute day. I'm gonna put it at that because I filled the cute channel with a lot of shit. And it's funny.
I feel delusional of a lot of Ladybug stuff.
Oh, dude, I'm going through the Ladybug stuff right now.
Let's just say I had a very good day. I started off this morning, I had a very bad night at work, and I just my entire thing getting me through work was Friday, and the fact that I had I knew I had those new shirts from Ocean and Space waiting for me. And I'm just like, you know what, I really want to try these on. You know what, I should model them, try them all on, post a pic on Twitter. And people started liking them, and all of a sudden Ocean and Space retweets it and likes it, and I got a lot of other people are getting in touch with me, and so a few artists started following me when I posted the stuff with I snatched the last commission from
Milk Girl.
From Milk Girl. Basically, she doesn't do commissions very often, and she they're available very briefly. So, and she had just gotten the sketch back to me, and I'm just like, oh my god, it looks so cute. And then another, a chibi artist was, started following me. she likes. I'm not entirely sure why. I think like it might have something to do with like the cute shirts. I don't know, but like then I'm commissioning something with that. Like there's just a lot of stuff going on with there, and I was just feeling very cute today, and I was having fun.
Okay, wait, we're missing a meme because that Control-Alt-Delete meme is now gone from the meme room. I don't know if it's on Discord.
No, I went ahead and Control-Alt-Deleted it.
Did you really just do that just to make that joke?
Yes.
I am so proud of you.
Get out.
And I went ahead and replaced it with a more wholesome meme.
I am so calling the police on you. Oh wait, no, she's right across the hall from...
Get the meme. I'm calling the meme police on you.
The meme police.
Why has God abandoned us? Oh, God.
So yeah, I had a very good day. I went out to BJ's Brew House. I had a great dinner. 2 great streams so far. So like today's been really great. Altogether, I'm having a good time. And
you want me to ruin it for you?
No. You're supposed to do the opposite. Your job is to do the opposite.
Well, so you wouldn't have your day ruined if I told you that a Walmart employee flirted with me today?
They're dead. I want their family dead.
I don't know why, but I'm still laughing about it. It happened like 3 hours ago.
He's dead.
It like literally happened in less than a minute. I mean, I gotta tell you this when I come back, because I gotta do something real quick.
I gotta compliment my shirt at BJ's Brew House. It was pretty cool, but no more flirting. Flirting is forbidden. I'm just kidding. You're free to do what you want. You're your own independent woman. You don't need no man.
Woman.
Strong independent woman. So yeah, I'm just gonna be spending some time building my deck because honestly, I can beat the boss here easily, but I can't even touch like the mini boss in Wonderland yet because I just don't have the cards. Like that's a bad thing about the scaling in this game is that like I could easily do some things now, and it's starting to get fun, and then all of a sudden, nope.
Okay, I'm back, and I accidentally unplugged my headphones from my
Later,
mic.
Jim.
Night, Jim. God, I can't blame you for leaving. It's like 3 a.m. and I saw Solo and I'm bored. But now I'm having fun, so...
Was I right?
No, it was pretty bad.
I loved it. Shut up.
I did not like it at all, and I hope that... Oh god, if they make a Lando movie, that's gonna be the first Star Wars movie I'm gonna see in a while. I say as a person who's clearly already.
But Lando and Leet were the best part of the movie.
Lando was like the greatest part of that movie because he was Donald Glover is a good actor.
When are we gonna get the Boba Fett origin movie?
Shut up.
Never.
Boba Fett died in a
hole.
He died in the Sarlacc pit.
For 1,000 years, he was digested.
Coming soon.
Where's that
Jar
store?
Jar, the origin movie.
Coming soon, a movie about a character who you only remember because of his helmet.
Yeah, do you mean Captain Phasma?
Wasn't that basically? Is that basically Samus Aran?
Okay, you got me on that one.
No, Samus Aran is gameplay.
And tits.
Hey,
huge tits.
tits are good, okay? Stonking, great tits.
Stonking.
Oh, cause
The Xbox One tits.
oh, looks like we're bringing up the console war. Okay, the loot room went off. Oh, hey, more ladybug.
One big fuck pile.
Oh my god, are we having another orgy night tonight?
When don't we have an orgy?
This sounds really bad out of context, guys.
Join the Discord, there's a porn room.
I'm just saying because you just like orgy night, and I'm like, If people are watching the stream later, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck, Zenith? What do you get up in your free time?"
Yeah, porn. Send Ari a new Aaron I fic because her favorite one was deleted off of the internet because fuck you, Wattpad. Sorry, I'm salty.
Well, you're salty about a lot of things.
I am. Solo sucked.
I'll fight you.
Go ahead. I just say you try. Actually, no. Before you fight me, fight the Walmart employee. Even though he really did nothing wrong. Dude, I'm serious. That like lasted in less than a minute. I just, this is what happens where I actually, on days when I actually dress nice. It was, God.
How about
I
instead of
desperately
fighting, we just end up kissing? That's better,
I
right?
desperately wish that you were there just because I wanted to see what you were gonna do.
Look, if you two start, finding it out, I think we might have to shut off the stream because you might get banned for what would happen.
What's gonna happen?
I'm already banned. This stream isn't happening. It's a figment of your imagination.
You suck! You suck! Oh, you suck! You.
Did somebody hack our dreams? Is this Inception mixed with the Matrix?
It's my dreams anyway.
No, this is the Castle of Illusions, just your past memories.
So if my memories are here, oh god.
That's for you. This is a clap. So anyway, the castle was there. Castle in the sky. I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm done.
Are you now?
Yes.
Welcome to the Discord where we talk about tits and other stuff.
Zen, is this one have we never stopped talking about?
And that other stuff is more tits.
Well, yeah. To be honest, like I was talking about tits, like for most of the day.
I mean, tits
Boobs,
are
memes,
awesome.
in One Piece.
Surprised I'm not banned for all this tits on my stream.
It's Twitch. Twitch doesn't care. Oh wait, no, yes they do. They kind of do. I mean,
it'd be worse if we said something bad like beep or beep or beep.
I've already said a lot of fuck. I've said the fuck.
but did you start it though? Okay, I know.
You've said the fuck. You've shouted the fuck. You've done the fuck.
All three of those are true.
With who?
You've given all the fucks.
Oh, chat is quiet. That's telling me something right there.
Well, it is.
Alright.
It is 3 a.m.
Cool.
I'm just saying. It's been a long night for our stream, and Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories is not exactly the most liked game in the franchise. And while people probably want to see me suffer, like at this time on a Saturday, I don't know. They'll be like, I'll wait for Kingdom Hearts 2, that's good. Yeah, that's a good game at Kingdom Hearts 2. It's not gonna happen for 3 years, but it's gonna be a good game.
Jesus
Who's
Christ, I have
disconnecting
no
and stuff?
idea what happened there.
Harry?
Okay.
I don't
Harry?
know what
Harry?
happened. I just disconnected.
Snake.
Christ, how long have I been gone? I
No, the
just
Smash
disconnected.
reveal isn't until Monday. We can wait until then.
Okay, question: Why would there be reveals before E3? I mean, why would they reveal the Kingdom Hearts release date before the Sony conference?
I don't know why they announced anything before E3.
Unless they're trying to fake people out and it's not a real release date.
Okay, that's kind of true because, to be honest, the only reason why I watch Xbox conferences is just to see how Sony is going to smash them.
So like it could be fake news. As
It
much
could very well
as much as I hate that
news.
terminology,
Don't believe the fake news. Sora is not coming out this year.
That's what I said, and I was right.
you were right until the Square Enix conference when they announce something completely different. And now for something completely different.
Completely different.
Now for something completely different.
Okay, one last EA E3 question. Before I watch it myself, that is, because I'm probably gonna live stream my pain of it. Was there any Sims news? Because God knows the Sims is
It was only in the
kind of.
pre-show.
Yeah, they didn't mention it in the broadcast itself. Honestly, they didn't mention a lot of stuff.
It was just the seasons pack.
It was just an expansion pack. All right.
God,
It was only in the pre-show,
I remember
though.
I remember when they used to have Xbox. No, it's not the Xbox. The Sims on Facebook. Do you remember that?
I remember that. I never played it, but I remember it well.
I don't know anything about it. I'm not a sim.
Okay. Long story short, there was this Sims social game that you basically connected through Facebook for. It was online only, kind of MMO-ish, and it shut down.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really care. Oh, hi, Sid.
From what I've heard from like old Simmers that actually played it around that time, it was really good and a lot of fun. And there's actually a group of fans that are trying to remake the game with the old graphics and everything. So yeah, that was that. And why are my bubbles not working? Okay, now we got it. So there was Sims, but only in the pre-show. They didn't show it during the conference at all.
Yeah.
EA, I wish I could leave you bastards, but unfortunately you have a tight hold on my teen years.
Why can't I quit you?
Because the Sims, bitch. Play with life.
So yeah, you know how we've been in Traverse Town all of like 5 minutes, and most of it's been tutorials?
Yep.
We're already at the boss.
That's nice to know.
It goes by really fast, and it's like these worlds don't matter in this game at all. It's just like we go to 3 different locations, we have a little bit of story, not much happens, but the problem is you're forced to stay in these worlds longer because the next world is so much stronger than you are.
Where's the E3? Trying to find the E3 schedule.
It's at the bottom. The very bottom.
Or was recently posted in general.
God knows, I look forward to every year, but I also forget. I'm not going to be able to watch the live streams because I'm going to be busy hanging out with friends and stuff. But I at least want to catch the Sony one.
I usually end up accidentally like missing a lot of the streams. So what happened is I usually like live tweet after the fact, which
Thank you.
is fine by me. Honestly, like I actually prefer being able to pause the video for the YouTube conferences, but I mean obviously that's not always a thing you can do. But you know, sometimes live reactions are great. Sometimes I'm just like, I'd much prefer doing it a certain way. This year, it's worked out so far. I mean, granted, it's not like immediate, but I at least have been getting all my crap stuff out of the way. Fuck EA, just really fuck EA.
Yeah,
Don't
God.
worry. Hell, Microsoft can't do any worse.
Yeah, that's a strange thing because
You
I'm
say.
usually the anti-Microsoft like Sony fangirl. Because I love Sony, and I've never liked a lot of Microsoft games. But there's no way they can do worse than EA.
Because Microsoft is pretty much a third-party presentation of console stuff.
Yeah,
Most of the stuff they show is going to be on Xbox, but it's not Xbox exclusive.
It's never Xbox exclusive.
Because there's like no money to be made making a game for Xbox anymore. Put it on Steam.
Put it on... No, don't put it on Steam. Steam is a
That's what
dying
they did
platform.
for
Hold on, no.
CDs.
There's no money in Steam. There's no money in Xbox. There is money in Switch.
There's money in Sony, goddammit.
Press money.
Really? I'll think of that when I'm playing Bayonetta 3.
That's never gonna happen. Bayonetta
It's gonna
2...
happen.
Bayonetta 2 almost never got made, and honestly, it was a critical flop.
You
Right
do
now.
know Bayonetta 3. You do know Bayonetta 3 is in production, right?
It's never gonna happen.
Nintendo has been keeping their promises a lot lately.
Look, Bayonetta 3 is coming out on Switch.
We say as we have waited for Breath of the Wild after delay after delay after delay.
And it came out.
Breath
and
of
it was
the Wild is
amazing.
pretty much
It even came out
Nintendo's
originally on
Kingdom
the
Hearts
Wii U.
3.
I don't like the breakable weapons.
I will
enjoyed the
give you
breakable
that. I'll
weapons.
give you that. The breakable weapon thing was kind of annoying, but you had so many weapons lying around. It was. It
The
was
Master
manageable.
Sword breaks. The Master Sword.
It
It got better.
Get.
Honestly, like, here's the thing. I'm not a big fan of breakable weapons. If utilized correctly, maybe, but it just like, I haven't played it, but from what I've heard, all I've seen, it just doesn't feel like a Zelda game. It feels like a good open world game, but it doesn't feel like a Zelda game.
Honey, wait until I see you. I'm breaking my Switch.
Giggity. Giggity.
Not in Breath
Yeah.
of the Wild, sweetie.
You gotta break out the Joy-Cons and have some fun.
Okay, now you just turned to sexual. What is this? Everything we do is say to a dirty joke. We are
You
just
gotta get-
perverts.
You gotta get together and play some snipper clips. Ooh, yeah.
Ari, you make
Co-op
that sound
action.
like Ari, you make that sound like a bad thing. It's not bad. It's fantastic.
I hate all of you.
I love you too, Ari.
Giant
I'm using that snipper clips one. That was good.
fuck pile.
But no, Zen, you have to play the game. I mean, sure, it doesn't look like Zelda, but it is Zelda. It's just such a huge homage and throwback, while all being its own thing. It's not a Zelda game, but it is totally a Zelda game, and the best way I can put that is, and the gameplay, the style, the feel of the game is its own thing. It's its own adventure. It's its own game, but with the references and the adventure and what you do, it feels like I'm playing Majora's Mask, the best parts about Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time all over again. That's how good it is. And it's just so massive. I have sunk hours into it and I am still not done. You need to play it. Like, I swear to God, when I see you.
I need to get back to it. I have to. I put over 100 hours in there. That I got into Splatoon and other things, and just got distracted by so much other stuff.
I didn't like Splatoon 2. That was such a disappointment.
I actually got crap at the end of last year because I had the goal to name Breath of the Wild as my game of the year.
Why? It is game of the year.
Because some people thought, it's just it was too cliche and that weapon durability, that was bullshit. It doesn't deserve to be game of the year. I'm like,
dude,
okay, I'm not watching your stuff anymore. I'm not watching your stuff anymore. I thought you were different. Like,
dude, calling Breath of the Wild Game of the Year 2017 is like saying Spirited Away it's the best Ghibli movie. Everybody knows. Why are you surprised?
Well, it's pretty split down the middle.
I think Howl's Moving Castle is the best Ghibli movie.
My favorite is Kiki's Delivery Service.
But like, it's all split down the middle. Like, here's the thing: there's a lot of people who love it, a lot of people who hate it. I've been kind of avoiding it because Jim Sterling didn't like it, and he got a lot of shit for that. And like, yeah, people have your own opinions.
Jim liked it. Jim liked it. He just didn't lord over it. He gave it a 7 out of 10, which was good in his ability.
Yeah, that's really good. It just but that's what I'm saying. You get people who are upset that it's not a game of the year, and people who are upset that it is game of the year. Like, you can't please everyone, and it's very split.
I would like to have the people who disagree with me and people who agree with me and put them into a room and have them deck it out, and they just go into a violent rage.
A year where Japan absolutely dominated with their single-player games,
like Persona 5, like
Persona 5,
Nier Automata.
I need to play
Super
Nier.
Mario Odyssey.
Odyssey, I will agree with. I think Odyssey is fantastic.
Odyssey is
Have you
great.
guys seen the Japanese sales? Do you know that Animal Crossing is still in the charts? People still buy Animal Crossing New Leaf.
What?
I can't blame them.
Animal Crossing is still a thing?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Animal Crossing is the biggest thing in
Dude,
Japan.
the #1 announcement I want from Nintendo at E3 this year is Animal Crossing for the Switch, and if I don't get it, I am going to cry.
Okay.
I don't.
If
I don't.
do make Animal Crossing the Switch, the one thing they need to do is allow you to transfer New Leaf data to Switch.
Oh my god, you sound like a Daft Punk song.
Yeah, you're roboting.
Seriously? Hang on.
No, you're fine now.
You're fine now.
It's just that
yeah,
you sounded absolutely like a mix between a Daft Punk song and a Gorilla song, and I know what that sounds like because I listen to them.
But here's the thing. I don't care about Animal Crossing. I don't see the appeal.
Yeah, unfortunately, Zen, a lot of people do.
I don't see the appeal. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I don't understand it.
Yeah, that was me the first time I got into New Leaf. I thought it was really boring, but I got back into it, and I started by playing it during nights when everybody was asleep. And it's just playing it during nights where my insomnia was especially bad back in high school. That helped me get into the game because it was just calming and at my own pace. And pretty soon I got sucked into it.
I just, like, here's the thing. People are you can like your own thing, whatever, but I find it the same way I find Minecraft. I don't see the appeal. I find it boring. I think it's an unfinished concept because
way too tedious.
It's essentially a game that you have to create for yourself.
That's the fun of it.
No, the fun of it is a story-based mission. It should be.
No story.
He just look. Zen just wants something different from his games. He doesn't want,
She
doesn't want to have everything placed in front of her and say, "Make your own game." She wants a constructed something. She wants something that's really constructed.
That's
with love and care.
To put it this way, to put it simply, when I got Super Mario Maker, I spent most time playing courses, not creating courses. You know what I'm saying? I'm a player. I don't like creating the experience. I want the experience to be crafted to me.
I'm like the opposite because if you know me, you know that my favorite game of all time is Kingdom Hearts. But my other favorite games are Minecraft and The Sims because I get to craft my own story and adventure. I mean, God, Minecraft is probably my most played game because I have built so much in that world and role played. And then with The Sims, the reason why I love The Sims so much, especially The Sims 3, is the wish fulfillment that it offers to me. And again, that's like a game I poured all together throughout the entirety of the franchise. I probably have like 700 hours in that game over the past 4 years I've been playing it.
And as for me, my biggest games are story-driven ones. Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, Tales, friggin' Prince of Persia, Jak and Daxter. They all have Spyro is great too. All of these have tailor-made stories and missions, and like I do think it's fun messing around in like Grand Theft Auto, but I never got far in the story missions of Grand Theft Auto because I was always just fucking around. Like the games that present a looser story are usually the ones that I'm not going to be as interested in. But with that being said, I do have, like, there's definitely a few games that I like that are more looser. But it really depends. Like, I loved Infamous. I spent so much time in Infamous just fucking around and doing what I wanted to do. And I beat, like, 100% in all the Infamous games. Especially Infamous First Light and Second Son. Those are highly underrated games. I want a new Infamous game, damn it.
Oh my god. I've never played Infamous, but the Second Son was my shit when I got it.
Second Son, to me, is a perfect blend of open world and story mission-based structure. But anyway, we have cutscenes. So I'll talk after these.
Okay, I'm like looking at the press conference schedule. Why am I honestly more hyped for Nintendo than PlayStation?
Well, Sora, Did you enjoy meeting?
Because you know what to expect.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
good to see everyone.
Why did he announce their shit before the fucking presentation? I'm gonna shut up her
What do
cussing.
you have to give?
Oh, hi, Axel. Axel, the face of the franchise.
Oh, hi, Axel. Oh, God, I couldn't do my
What do you
impression.
want?
Got it memorized. The only thing that kind of gets me about him in this game is the fact that they basically, in the original Kingdom Hearts 1 remaster, what they did was they recut the lip flaps so that they fit better with the American dialogue. Here, they used the Japanese lip flaps, which means some lines the actor had to speed up a little bit. And so the voice actor for Axel is a little bit off in some of the scenes because he's matching the Japanese lip flaps. It's kind of weird, but honestly, like, the voice actor for Axel and the voice actress for Larxene are the two best parts of this game.
Interesting.
Also, the biggest problem I have with the visuals, like, they did a great job, like, making the visuals work. But when they pull the camera away, like in faraway scenes, the faces are very blurry. Like it's not like most of these scenes. Obviously, you can see that like they're in focus, but when you see people like over the shoulder camera and like cutscenes, sometimes they're blurry because they're a little bit upscaled. And Axel is easy because I have freeze.
Oh, cutscene over? Cutscene
Oh
over?
yeah. Basically the whole point of that scene was, hi, I'm Axel, prepare to die, because he's testing Sora.
Alright, cool. Let's see, I'm looking at the E3 schedule. Bethesda. God, we are not getting a new Elder Scrolls game forever, are we?
Yeah, we're getting Elder Scrolls, like, what is it, like, it's not gonna be a regular Elder Scrolls thing, you know, it's just...
It's gonna be more MMO stuff.
Like, they're basically going to milk, Elder Scrolls 5 as much as they can. At least...
already on every system, what else can they do?
What's that?
Somebody had, like, a little tiny baby animal tap-dancing on their microphone.
That would be Nick, probably.
Egg.
If I had to guess, I mean, obviously.
Something's wrong on my setup, man. What's going on? What the hell? Hang on.
Sounded like there were little pitter-patters on your microphone. Okay, anyway, what were we saying about Elder Scrolls? And how
Skyrim is
Bethesda
on
just
every
wants
system.
to...
What else can they do to it?
I mean, they want to
can
milk it
remake
as
for
much
every
as they
system
can.
Ever.
They already did.
And Axel defeated.
Right. We're gonna be able to play Skyrim in our grave, aren't we?
People are playing Skyrim in their graves by this point.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Fallout 76 looks pretty alright, and apparently the main character is female or something? I don't know.
Can you hear me again?
Yeah, you're here.
Yeah, it was weird. Something happened. Like my microphone my headset completely shut off. So the audio went through my speakers, and it was picking up on my blue mic, which was right next to my speakers.
Jeez.
Another one?
But
What's it do?
Okay.
Like the card you use
you got it fixed?
when you made Trevor.
Yeah, I think I've got it fixed now.
Oh, hey, Wolf is here with his shitty Wi-Fi. Hi, get new Wi-Fi.
Where is Wolf?
He's in the streams and his mic is muted, but his Wi-Fi is terrible, so he like cuts in and out constantly.
Mhm.
So,
Well, what are you guys seeing on your ping on Discord? Because I'm getting 272 ms.
what are you talking about?
pink.
I just have a voice
on
connected,
the
so that's fine.
I'm getting a yellow bar. I'm getting
I
medium.
am full green.
Green, but then again, I haven't dropped any frames tonight, so I'm green all around.
I'm guessing it might be because the server in Discord is being set up closer to you guys than it is to me.
That might be it.
Well, then again, you are Australia.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
also
your
have
Wi-Fi
three.
is terrible down there.
Yeah, see,
Mine
you can
isn't.
see right there when it pulls away from Axel, like his face is very blurry. Like the way they optimize this is kind of weird because like these cutscenes right here, perfect, pulls away, and the faces are very blurry.
Darkness?
Just waiting for like, Wolf, are you going to unmute your mic and talk or not? In fact, it's probably best if you're not here.
Wolf said his mic is shit, so.
His mic is shit, along with his Wi-Fi.
I'm gonna figure it out for myself.
My Wi-Fi is better than you. Bullshit. No, it's not.
We'll protect you.
You're forgetting who you talk to and who edits for you.
Just what I'd expect from the Keyblade Master.
Axel, why can't I marry you?
But before
Because you're with me.
when you're
That's
Well,
why.
he's fictional.
you may know
Yeah.
And Axel's supposed to be with Roxas.
Axel must be with Roxas.
Well, you're not
I will
wrong.
get Emma in here right now, and she will tell you 1,000,002 reasons why Axel must be with Roxas. Oh god, they're a part of our gay son trio. I mean, not our trio, but our gay son family.
Quartet.
Hey man, I'm sorry, but reviewing anime is hard. Jesus.
Reviews are hard.
Reviews in general are hard, but like comic reviews, I can get them done super easy. It's the anime reviews that are just driving me insane. I mean, like, I have a giant stack of Vinland Saga manga right behind me. I can review that next month, but God, I probably won't be able to talk about Magus's Bride until freaking July.
Can't be too careful.
Yep. Feels
At
like
least,
just about
like, end of
anything
July
can
at the
happen
most.
here in Castle
There's still a bunch of shows from last season I still gotta catch up on.
There's still a bunch of shows from this season I have to catch up on. I still haven't seen
There's still a
Megalobox.
bunch of shows from like
Megalobox is so good.
years
I
ago
know.
that I need to catch up on.
Yeah, like Spice and Wolf, don't you think?
Yeah,
Maybe.
eventually, when I'm not streaming.
When was that?
I swear to God, I will strap you down to your couch and force you to watch anime with me.
Or we could just lay on the bed and watch anime together.
Either way, you're watching Princess Jellyfish.
Yes!
Thank you, God, I
Good.
love Princess Jellyfish.
It's a good show. Very good show. Zenith, you need to watch it.
Okay.
Very good dub as well, but every time I hear people say, "Oh, J. Michael Tatum was so great in that show," my heart dies. My heart cracks. My spirit dies. Like, guys, just because he's a Tatum archetype doesn't mean it's always Tatum.
Yeah,
Ian,
we get
I
it.
love Tatum, but still, get it right.
All right, we have just made it to the second floor of Castle Oblivion. Out of 13 floors.
I don't think so, Goofy says. God. I showed my little cousins an extremely goofy movie the other day. They did not like it at all.
Oh, I love an extremely goofy movie. It is so 90s and extreme, but I love it.
This movie should be terrible, but I can't hate it.
I mean, come on, when the villain is Bradley Uppercrust III, a prep from a fraternity, who's just a rich pretty boy who doesn't do anything himself, and they have to prove themselves with an X game fight. Like, the whole part of it is them trying to pledge to this fraternity, only to find out that the frat people are jerks. It's
And
like
their freaking
Are you
leader has a
describing-
Luffy-esque body.
Are you describing an extreme goofy movie?
extremely goofy movie, yeah.
I haven't seen that in years.
The one where the villain had the makeup of Luffy. It's on Netflix.
Maybe your Netflix. I don't know about mine.
Oh, right, you're Australian.
Well, our Netflix isn't all bad. I mean, for some reason, we have Rick and Morty on streaming and you don't.
Fuck you!
Honestly, I stopped caring about Rick and Morty because of the fan base, so...
Look, I don't blame you. Look at the Steven Universe fan base.
Hey.
Okay, as someone who likes Rick and Morty, Steven's Universe, and Star Wars, and who is really open about fandom and will both praise and criticize them while also saying fandom isn't that bad. Yeah, I hate all three of those fan bases.
Yeah, here's the thing. I've actually started getting into Steven Universe. I'm up to episode 24. I've actually never sat down and watched more than season 1 of Rick and Morty, so if I did, it's just gonna take some time. But
I would say when it comes to Steven Universe, the first season is kind of a throwaway.
Honestly, like, half of it is relevant, but half of it is filler. And, like, most of the filler episodes, I'm fine with, like, the Tiger Millionaire one and stuff like that. The problem is Frybo and all the other weird goddamn episodes. Like, dear God.
Frybo was pretty terrifying. Like, I don't know what the fuck Rebecca Sugar was
What was the episode again? Frybo?
Frybo was the one with the giant monster fries.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was really terrifying. Like there's quite a few episodes in the show, such as like the one with Onion creating with the duplicator. That's just it's weird.
Yes.
And then there's the episode where Steven starts to age, and granted, it has story significance. It like the aging one has story significance. I can understand that, but it is kind of disturbing. And it's like, yeah, it's all... The point of it is that the gems don't have physical forms. Their appearance is all based on what they will from their gem. And because Steven has a gem, that makes sense. It just... There's some really weird episodes in the first season. There's some really great ones. Like, I liked Lion 2, the movie. That was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, really quick, sorry. Wolf, nobody is watching Mr. Meaty. Also, if you want to unmute, look down at the bottom next to your icon, and there should be a mic button at the very bottom left of Discord where your icon is. Oh, but wait, no, it says that he muted himself on Discord.
It's a very easy... Like, you just hit the microphone symbol on Discord.
He's at like the very bottom.
Damn.
By the way, Enigma, do you have season 3 of Rick and Morty on Netflix?
Good question.
Because if you do, then I extra hate you. Because I finished season 2, and that was such a cliffhanger, and who wasn't getting more episodes until the end of the month, and I am so alone! By the way, Zen, have you gotten into, the character who does the Ojo-sama laugh?
There's a bunch of characters who do the Ojo-sama laugh.
You're gonna have to be more
specific.
specific.
But there's like, you know the one character I'm talking about, because I know how much Zen loves that laugh, and I'm just like waiting for her to see that character who does it as like her thing. You know which one I'm talking about.
I don't think I'm there yet.
In Steven Universe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm not there yet, because like I said, I'm about 24 episodes in. I'm not sure how long the seasons are.
I think that's in season 2 when that happens.
Yeah, she's definitely in season 2. But there's like this one character who does that constantly.
No.
Steven's Universe. No, I can't say because it's a spoiler.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't come into like season 2, but no, yeah, there's like this character who does the Ojo-sama laugh constantly, and I know when you see her, you're gonna love her because I know how much you love that laugh.
I do love the Ojo-sama laugh.
So apparently on Netflix, I think we only have like season 1. Hang on.
Okay, I'm not that mad anymore. I'm not moving to Australia
unless I'm using my VPN to access the American network. Oh yeah, I actually am. Oh, well, that could mean something. Apparently on US Netflix, you might have the first season available.
That's such... I have never seen it on Netflix. How?
Just check it. Just double check to make sure.
It might be based on region, because different regions have different things. Even amongst states.
I mean, in Canada, they have 50 Shades of Grey. Fucking bastards.
Okay. So I think this is a good stopping point. We've been doing this for 2 hours. And I want to relax. I'm gonna be like playing more on my own time. Not the PS4 version, but the PS3 version, since I'm on the Riku mode, which is much easier. But we finished Traverse Town today in 2 hours, and these 2 hours are the worst part of the game. Because you can't...
It's all tutorials.
It's all tutorials, you can't do shit. Like, people complain about the tutorial in Kingdom Hearts 2. I love it. You can still do shit there. But anyway, guys, I think this is a good stopping point. I'm gonna go relax, have some fun. I'll see you tomorrow for more E3 streams. With that being said...
Oh, but one last thing, Ari, go to the general chat.
Okay.
Alright, with that being said, I am Zenith Rule. Thank you guys for watching on Twitch and YouTube, and I will see you guys next time for more Chain of Memories.
Hey, this is Megami33. Thank you for watching Zenith Will Review. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more awesome videos. If you like what you see, check out the Patreon page at patreon.com/ZenithWillReview.